First, we will discuss about atomic structure, discovery of subatomic particles. So what atomic structure refers to? Atomic structure refers to the structure of atom comprising a nucleus in which the proton and neutron are present. The negatively charged particles called electrons evolve around the center of the nucleus. The history of atomic structure and quantum mechanics dated back to the time of Democritus, the man who first proposed the matter is composed of atom. The study about the structure of atom give a great insight into the entire class of chemical reactions, bonds, and their physical properties. The first scientific theory of atomic structure was proposed by John Dalton in 1800s. In this video, we will know and understand what is atomic structure, atomic model, Dalton atomic theory, Thomson atomic model, Rutherford atomic theory, subatomic particles, atomic structure of isotopes, Bohr's atomic theory, dual nature of matter, and facts related to this chapter. So let's get started. So it started with what is atomic structure. The atomic structure of an element refers to the constituents of its nucleus and the arrangement of the electrons around it. Primarily, the atomic structure of matter is made up of protons, electrons, and neutrons. The proton and neutrons make up the nucleus of an atom, which is surrounded by the electron belonging to the atom. The atomic number of an element describes the total number of protons in its nucleus. Neutral atoms have equal number of protons and electrons. However, atoms may gain or lose electrons in order to increase their stability, and the resulting charged entity is called an ion. Atoms of different elements have different atomic structure because they contain different number of protons and electrons. This is reason for the unique characteristics of different elements. Let us talk about atomic models. In the 18th and 19th centuries, many scientists attempt to explain the structure of atom with the help of atomic models. Each of these models had their own merits and demerits, and were pivotal to the development of modern atomic model. The most notable contributions to the field were by scientists John Dalton, J.J. Thomson, Ernest Rutherford, and Niels Bohr. Their ideas on the structure of atoms are discussed in the subsections. Dalton atomic theory. The English chemist John Dalton suggests that all matter is made up of atoms, which were invisible and indestructible. He also stated that all the atoms of an element were exactly the same, but the atoms of different elements different in size and mass. Chemical reactions, according to Dalton atomic theory, involve a rearrangement of atoms to form products. According to the postulate proposed by John Dalton, the atomic structure comprised atom, the smallest particle responsible for the chemical reaction to occur. The following are the postulates of his theory. Every matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are indivisible. Specific elements have only the type of atom in them. Each atom has its own constant mass that varies from element to element. Atom undergoes rearrangement during a chemical reaction. Atom can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to another. Dalton's atomic theory successfully explained the law of chemical reaction, namely the law of conservation of mass, law of constant properties, law of multiple proportions, and law of reciprocal proportions. Demerits of Dalton atomic theory. The theory was unable to explain the existence of isotopes. Nothing about the structure of atom was appropriately explained. Later, the scientists discovered particles inside the atom that proved the atom is divisible. The discovery of particles inside the atom led to a better understanding of chemical species. These particles inside the atom are called subatomic particles. The discovery of various subatomic particles is as follows. Thomson atomic model. The English chemist Sir Joseph John Thomson put forth his model describing the atomic structure in the early 1900 centuries. He was later awarded the Nobel Prize for the discovery of electron. His work is based on an experiment called cathode ray experiment. The construction of working of the experiment is as follows. Cathode ray experiment. It has a tube made of glass which has two openings, one of the vacuum pump and the other for the inlet through which a gas pump is pumped in. The role of the vacuum pump is to maintain partial vacuum inside the glass chamber. A high voltage power supply is concerned using electrodes, cathode and anodes is fitted inside the glass tube. Observation: when a high voltage power supply is switched on, there were rays emerging from the cathode toward the anode. This was confirmed by the fluorescent spot on the ZNS screen used. These rays were called cathode rays. When an external electric field is applied, the cathode ray gets deflected toward the positive electrode. But in the absence of electric field, they travel in a straight line. When roller blades are placed in the path of cathode ray, they seem to rotate. This proves that cathode rays are made up of particles of a certain mass, so that they have some energy. With all the evidence, Thomson concluded that cathode rays are made up of negatively charged particles called electrons. On applying electric and magnetic field upon the cathode ray, any electrons, Thomson found the change to mass ratio E upon m of electrons. E upon m of electrons is equal to 17588 into 10 to the power 11 E upon Bg. From this ratio, the charge of the electrons was found by Mulliken through oil drop experiment. Conclusions. Based on conclusions from this cathode ray experiment, Thomson described the atomic structure as a positively charged sphere into which negatively charged electrons were embedded. It is commonly referred to as the pump-pudding model because it can be visualized as a plum pudding dish where the pudding describes the positively charged atom and the plum pieces describe the electrons. Thomson's atomic structure describes atomic as electrically neutral. Example: the positive and the negative charge were of equal magnitude. Limitations of Thomson atomic structure. Thomson atomic model does not clearly explain the stability of an atom. Also, further discoveries of other subatomic particles could not be placed inside the atomic model. Rutherford atomic theory. Rutherford, a student of J.J. Thomson, modified the atomic structure with the discovery of another subatomic particle called nucleus. His atomic model based on the alpha ray scattering experiment. Construction. A very thin gold foil of 100 atoms thicker is taken. Alpha ray were made of bombard the gold foil. ZNS screen is placed behind the gold foil. Observation. Most of the rays just went through the gold foil making scintillations in the ZNS screen. A few rays got reflected after hitting the gold foil. One of 1000 rays got reflected by an angle of 180 degrees after hitting the gold foil. Conclusion. Since most rays passed through, Rutherford concluded that most of the space inside the atom is empty. Few rays got reflected because of repulsion of its positive with some other positive charge inside the atom. 1 upon 1000th of ray got strongly deflected because of a very strong positively charge in the center of the atom. He called this strong positive charge as the nucleus. He said most of the charges and mass of atom reside in the nucleus. Rutherford's structure of atom. Based on the above observations and conclusions, Rutherford proposed his own atomic structure, which is as follows. The nucleus is at the center of an atom, where most of the charge and mass are concentrated. Atomic structure is spherical. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular orbit, similar to the way planets orbit the Sun. Limitations of Rutherford atomic model. If electrons have to revolve around the nucleus, they will spend energy, and that too against the strong force of attraction from the nucleus. A lot of energy will be spent by the electrons, and eventually they will lose all their energy and will fall into the nucleus. So the stability of an atom is not explained. Next, if electrons continuously revolve around the nucleus, the type of spectrum expected is continuous spectrum, but in reality, what we see in a line spectrum. Now, let us know about subatomic particles. Protons. Mass of a proton is approximately 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24. Protons are over 1800 times heavier than electrons. The total number of protons in the atom of an element is always equal to the atomic number of an element. Let's discuss about neutrons. The mass of a neutron is almost the same as that of proton. Example, 1.674 into 10 to the power minus 24 is the mass of neutron. Neutrons are electrically neutral particles and carry no charge. Different isotopes of an element have the same number of protons but vary in the number of neutrons present in their respective nuclei. Let us discuss about electrons. The charge of an electron is minus 1 electron, which is approximately 2 minus 1 in 0.602 into 10 to the power minus 19. The mass of an electron is approximately 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31. Due to the relatively negligible mass of electrons, they are ignored when calculating the mass of an atom. Atomic structure of isotopes. Nucleons are the component of the nucleons of an atom. A nucleon can neither be proton or an electron or neutron. Each element has a unique number of protons in it, which is described by its unique atomic number. However, several atomic structures of an element can exist, which different in the total number of nucleons. These variants of electroelements having a different nucleon number, known as the mass number, are called isotopes of the element. Therefore, the isotopes of an element have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. The atomic structure of an isotope is described with the help of chemical symbol of an element, the atomic number of the element and the mass number of the isotopes. For example, there exist three non-naturally occurring isotopes of hydrogen, namely protium, deuterium and tritium. The atomic structure of these hydrogen isotopes are illustrated below. The isotopes of an element vary in stability. The half-life of isotopes also different. However, they generally have similar chemical behavior owing to the fact that they hold the same atomic structure of some elements. The structure of an atom of an element can be simply represented via the total number of protons, electrons and neutrons present in it. The atomic structure of a few elements are illustrated below. Hydrogen. The most abundant isotope of hydrogen on the planet is Earth is protium. The atomic number and the mass number of isotopes are 1 and 1 respectively. The structure of hydrogen atom. This implies that they contain one proton and one electron and no neutron. Total number of neutrons is equal to mass number of atomic number. Carbon. Carbon has two stable isotopes, 12C and 13C. Of these isotopes, 12C has an abundance of 98.9%. It contains 6 protons and 6 electrons and 6 neutrons. The structure of carbon atom, the electrons are distributed into 2 cells and the outermost cell, valence cell, has 4 electrons. Tetravalency of carbon enables it to form a variety of chemical bonds with various elements. Similarly, in oxygen, there exist 3 stable isotopes of oxygen, 180, 170 and 160. However, Oxygen 16 is the most evident isotope. Structure of oxygen atom: since the atomic number of isotopes is 8 and the mass number is 16, it consists of 8 proton and 8 neutron. 6 out of 8 electron in the oxygen atom lies in the valence shell. Let us discuss about Bohr's atomic theory. Niels Bohr put forth his model of the atom in the year 1915. This is the most widely used atomic model to describe the atomic structure of an element, which is based on Planck theory of quantization. Postulates: the electrons inside atom are placed in discrete orbits called stationary orbit. The energy level of this cell can be represented by a quantum number. Electrons can jump to higher level by absorbing energy and move to lower energy level by losing or emitting its energy. As long as an electron stays in its own stationary, there will be no absorption or emissions of energy. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in these stationary orbits only. The energy of the stationary orbits is quantized. Let us discuss about limitations of Bohr's atomic theory. Bohr's atomic structure works only for single electron species such as H, He+, Li2+, De3+. When the emissions spectrum of hydrogen was observed under a more accurate spectrometer, each line spectrum was seen to be a combination of smaller discrete line. Both Stark and Zeeman effect could not be explained using Bohr's theory. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg stated that two conjugate physical quantities can be measured simultaneously with 100% accuracy. These will always be some error or uncertainty in the measurement. Drawback: position and momentum are two such conjugate quantities which were measured accurately by Bohr. Stark effect: phenomenon of deflection of electron in the presence of an electric field. Zeeman effect: phenomenon of deflection of electrons in the presence of magnetic field. Dual nature of matter. The electrons which were treated to the p particles, the evidence of photoelectric effect showed that they also have wave nature. This was proved by Thomson-Young with the help of his double slit experiment. De Broglie concluded that since nature is symmetrical, so should be light or any other matter wave. Quantum numbers. Principles: quantum numbers. It denoted the orbital number or cell number of electrons. Azimuthal quantum numbers is denoted the orbital of the electron. Magnetic quantum number. It denoted the number of energy state in each orbit. Spin quantum number. It denoted that the direction of spin is equal to anticlockwise and clockwise.